Charlie Chaplin was born in 1889 to struggling parents, both entertainers who battled poverty and illness. His father was absent, his mother plagued by mental illness, often unable to care for him. By the age of 7, Charlie was sent to a workhouse, a place meant for the city's poorest children. There, he faced hunger, loneliness, and cruelty. But destiny had bigger plans. In 1910, Chaplin crossed the Atlantic to America with a vaudeville troupe, not knowing that this journey would change cinema forever. At just 9 years old, Charlie joined a children's dance troupe. It was here that his natural gift for comedy began to shine. By his teenage years, he became part of theater companies, traveling across England with small plays. But even in those dark days, young Charlie found one escape: performance. On stage, he could make people laugh, even as his own heart carried sorrow. But success did not erase his painful past. Instead, Chaplin used his films to shine a light on poverty, injustice, and the resilience of the human spirit. His comedy was not just entertainment, it was survival. Audiences adored him. In a time before sound, Chaplin's body language and expression spoke louder than words. He became a global superstar, the first true icon of cinema. In 1914, Chaplin made his film debut. With his small mustache, bowler hat, and cane, he introduced the world to the tramp, a poor but kind-hearted character who stumbled through life's struggles with humor and hope. Charlie Chaplin's journey was more than rags to riches. It was the story of a boy who turned pain into laughter, hunger into art, and loneliness into love. From the streets of London to the lights of Hollywood, he proved that greatness can be born in the humblest of places. Behind the camera, Chaplin wrote, directed, produced, and starred in his own films, a level of control unheard of in Hollywood at the time. He wasn't just an actor, he was a storyteller, a rebel, and an artist. From The Kid to Modern Times and The Great Dictator, Chaplin created more than laughter. He created hope. His films gave a voice to the voiceless and courage to the broken. He dared to mock tyranny, to challenge society, and to remind us that even in the darkest times, a smile can be revolutionary. Charlie Chaplin was so poor as a child that some nights he went to bed with no food. Little did anyone know, that same boy would one day feed millions with laughter. In 1940, Chaplin gave cinema one of the greatest speeches ever, in The Great Dictator. His words on freedom and humanity still inspire millions today. In 1916, Chaplin signed a contract worth $670,000 at just 26 years old. It was the biggest film deal in history at the time. From poverty to millionaire in less than a decade. In 1921, Chaplin released The Kid. It wasn't just comedy, it was heartbreak, poverty, and love. For the first time, a comedy film made the world cry. Behind the laughter, Chaplin faced controversies. Political attacks, personal scandals, even exile from the US, but no scandal could erase his brilliance. At the peak of his career, Chaplin was accused of being a communist. In 1952, while visiting London, the US banned him from returning. Hollywood's biggest star was exiled. After 20 years in exile, Chaplin returned to America in 1972. He received an honorary Oscar and a 12-minute standing ovation, the longest in history. After 20 years in exile, Chaplin returned to America in 1972. He received an honorary Oscar and a 12-minute standing ovation, the longest in history. Charlie Chaplin and Adolf Hitler were born just 4 days apart in 1889. Years later, Chaplin mocked him in The Great Dictator, one of cinema's bravest acts of resistance. Chaplin's silly, wobbling walk became iconic. Children copied it, adults laughed at it. That funny walk turned into a universal symbol of comedy. Chaplin's mother was a singer, but when she lost her voice on stage, young Charlie watched her career collapse. That day changed his life forever. Before internet, before TV, Charlie Chaplin was a global superstar. From America to India, everyone knew the tramp. He was the first man to unite the world through laughter. Despite his wealth, Chaplin never forgot poverty. His films always spoke for the poor, the workers, the forgotten, because he once was one of them. While actors were controlled by studios, Chaplin was different. He wrote, directed, produced, and starred in his own films. A one-man revolution in cinema. In 1931, Charlie Chaplin walked the red carpet with Albert Einstein, the genius of comedy. Standing next to the genius of science, a photo for the ages. Charlie Chaplin has a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, but for years, Hollywood rejected him. That star is not just an honor, it's justice. In 1978, thieves stole Charlie Chaplin's body from his grave in Switzerland and demanded ransom. His body was later found, even in death. Chaplin's story was dramatic. Charlie Chaplin died in 1977, but his smile still lives on. He once said, "Life is a tragedy when seen in close-up, but a comedy in long shot." That is his legacy, finding joy even in pain. If you like the video, comment in the comment section below. This is my channel, Iconic Journeys. Subscribe for more untold stories.